Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. This is video 2 in this VMware series. What we're going to be doing in this video is adding our ESXi servers to the Active Directory that we created in our live chat. And if you missed that live stream, you can go ahead and watch it on my live section, setting up Active Directory in Windows Server 2022. So in today's video, we're going to add 2 ESXi servers. I did build another one in the background. You guys seen the first video, you can see how you do it. And I've been asked, like, what is VMware, right? So before we get into that, please like, subscribe, and share. And you know the drill. We're almost at 50,000. So there is a giveaway that's going to be happening. So anyway, jump into your desktop. Let's have some fun. And I'll be seeing you on the other side. Thank you. All right, guys. So here we are on my Windows server, right? So I want to show you, I have 2 ESXi servers. This is ESXi 01. And we have ESXi 02, right? So I do have two ESXi servers. So before we get started in today's video, let's go ahead and understand what is ESXi, what is VMware, what is all that stuff, right? So I want to go ahead and just go out to Google and what is VMware ESXi, right? So we can just have a little understanding of what this is. So let's just go ahead and come down here. We can just, this is pretty much what it is right here. So VMware is an enterprise class type 1 hypervisor. So if you're using like VirtualBox for your, this channel is ideally, for cybersecurity, ethical hacking, pen testing. So a lot of folks probably use VMware Workstation or, not Hyper-V, VirtualBox. So that's a type 2 hypervisor that's going to run on top of your Linux, your Mac, your Windows OS. So, and ESXi is developed by VMware. And this is going to go ahead and serve virtual computers. So say, for example, you have your big computer, which is your server in this case. And then on top of that server, you'll install ESXi like we did in the last video. And inside of ESXi, you can create microcomputers, right? They're also called virtual machines. And we'll get into that later on. And installing virtual machines on top of our hypervisor in order to have more redundancy if we have multiple ESXi hosts. And it's just faster and it's just more modern, right? And as it says here, as a type 1 hypervisor, ESXi is not a software application that's installed inside of your operating system. That's VMware Workstation. Instead, this will integrate, directly with your OS components, right? Your memory, your CPU, your hard disk. And in the professional world or in the real world, you'll connect your ESXi hosts and the storage, or also known as the data stores, those will connect to a NAS or a SAN device over like iSCSI. And we'll get into that further videos. I have that written down, and I have a NAS, but you can also use a local attached storage, like, inside of your computer or whatever. But we'll get into that when the time comes. So this is pretty much what ESXi is, right? It's not very complicated. Of course, yeah, it can get very complicated, but in this series, it's just pretty much to understand how to set it up, what cool tools you can use in case you get a job or a sysadmin job or a cloud engineer or virtual machine engineer, whatever, or VM engineer, whatever you want to call yourself, and you're using, ESXi or VMware. This can get really complicated really quick in a larger environment, but as long as you get the gist of how it is configured and all that stuff, you should be golden. So in this video today, we're going to be setting up Active Directory, or we're going to be configuring our ESXi host to connect to our Active Directory domain so we can interact and we can log into it, not only as root, but we can add users into our AD and authenticate through that. So let's go ahead and first, before we actually log into our host, I have my Active Directory right here. What just happened? I don't know. All right, so we have VMware users, right? I want to go ahead and create, actually what I want to do is, I want to do this. Let me create a new OU, right? And I want to name this Lab YouTube, right? I'm just going to put that. I want to put Lab YouTube, that's fine, right? And then what I want to do in here is I want to Where'd it go? Did I put it somewhere else? Where did that OU go? All right, let's try that again. Let's go ahead and new organizational unit. Oh, I don't know what I did. Maybe I didn't do organizational unit. My bad. All right, I don't know what I did. I think maybe I did user. I don't know. I'll have to look at the recording when I'm done. But anyway, let's just do YouTube VM Labs. Okay, that's fine. And then we could put this in here. Yes. All right. Yeah. Let me fix that. Of course. Let's do something. All right. What I want to do is just go within here and just create a new organizational unit. And I want to put this users. And then I want to make one with groups. Oh, that's what I did. I probably did something that I clicked on organizational unit groups. And then I want to put ESXi servers. All right. All right. So now we have these three OUs configured, right? So in users, I want to go ahead and create two new users just for the sake of the testing. So I want to put user one, and then I want to put my fancy password. Oh man, I'm fat fingering it today. All right. So it never expires. That's fine. And then I want to change some of the settings. I'm going to actually add this account to the admins group. But advanced, find now, administrators. And I'm just going to add this one to the domain admins too, because this is not best practice, but in our case, we're just testing and it's in our lab. So we should be golden. Okay. And now I'm just going to go ahead and clone this or copy this and just put user 2. And it's going to pull down all these same settings and all that good stuff. User 2. Okay, that's fine. And then put my fancy password. Okay, perfect. And never expires. Perfect. Boom. All right, so groups. I want to go ahead and create a new group. New group. And I want to put ESXi admins, right? So that's fine, global, it's a security group. And within here, within this group, we're going to create members, right? So our members is going to be our user 1 and user 2. So let's highlight both of those. Okay. Add. Now we got user 1 and user 2 inside of this group. Let's apply that. Okay. And we have no ESXi servers yet because we haven't added any of the boxes yet. So now we have, I added some DNS records over here too. On the left, we have ESXi 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Eventually, we're going to have 4 servers, but today we're just going to play with the 2 because I don't want to overwhelm my computer and overwhelm you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and now technically, I want to see if I can use my domain name. So let's go ahead and we're going to do ESXi1.infosecpat.local. All right, let's go ahead and try that out. ESXi01.infosecpat.local. All right, we can go to advanced. Okay, and now we're able to do this because we have a DNS record pointing to that. So right now, we can only log in. I don't know what happens to that. We can only log in with root because that's the only user we have here. Okay, but that's going to change in a second. So let's just wait till that logs in. All right. So now this looks familiar, right? We did this in the last video. As you can see here, let's make this a little larger. Okay, we have ESXi.local domain. Obviously, that's not on the InfoSec Pat domain. That's just on, see, as you see up here, it says root. Okay, so how do we do that? We can go to manage right here with navigation, users, and security and users, authentication, because we're going to be authenticating through Active Directory, right? So as you can see here, Active Directory enabled, it says no, because it's not connected, right? So we can join this domain, hit join domain, and just wait, or join domain. Okay, and my domain name in my sake is infosecpat.local. You're going to put whatever yours is here. Okay, and my username, I want to just use administrator. Okay, perfect. Now I want to join that domain. Give it a second. Let's see if everything works. And bada bing, bada boom. We are on. So it says enabled. Okay, so we can refresh this. Now we can go back to Active Directory. Okay, let's go ahead in computers and let's go ahead and refresh this bad boy. And now we have ESXi 01 on our domain. So let's do the same thing for 02. And let's just do Control C, copy, paste, and then, because I'm lazy, and just change the 2. Okay. Oh, did I put 3? Oh my God, there's no 3 yet. Pat, there's no 3 yet. All right, so let's do this again, 02. And we should be golden. We're going to do the same exact thing. Obviously, we can only log into root, password. And let's do the same thing, okay? I never logged into this one yet. So we're going to go ahead and go to the same spot because I just did a copy and paste to the location. We join domain and do this pretty quick because we've already seen the way to do it. Admin administrator. All right, perfect. So now we can join that to the domain. Hopefully I did that right. And we have these two. Perfect. Now let's go back to Active Directory, refresh this bad boy. Now we have 1 and 2. Best practices, never leave your computers in the computer's container or your servers. So we can move this and we can move this to our labs and ESXi servers. Okay, boom. Now we can go here and voila, now they're here. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, all right, now we have these users, now we have these servers added to our domain. Now, what we need to do now is add groups, right? We have to add permissions to our users in order for them to log in to our ESXi server. Because right now we only have root connected, right? So what do we do here? We can go to, let's go to, host. Oh, what the heck? All right. Mine's a little slow. I am running 32 gigs of memory on each host. So that is 64 gigs plus this server plus my editing software. So there's a lot of stuff running. So bear with me. All right. So now let's go to host. Now let's go to actions here. And then we can go to permissions. In permissions, we only have these 3 users here, right? Root, VPX user, DC UI, right? So we can add user. All right. So I want to go ahead and propagate all. This is not a group, so we're not going to add a group yet. And I want to add it to administrator. So I want to put user, user 1. Let's see if I can do that at, let's see, InfoSec Pat, info@.local. Okay, so now it's administrator. Let's see if I can add this user. Bada bing. Now this is added. Now we're going to go ahead, for simplistic sake, right? Say now you have a group of read-only admins, enterprise admins or enterprise VMware admins or whatever you want to do. Obviously, in my case, we have that one group, which is in our AD. Let's go back to AD for a second. In groups. Inside of ESXi admins, we have those 2 users, correct? Right? So instead of adding individual users, we can add a group here to simplify it, right? So add Joe to the group and then just add, then once he logs in, he has the right permissions. How can we do that? Right? So let's go ahead and close this. Let's start from scratch. We go to actions, lights, camera, action, right? Permissions. Let's go to add user. You guessed it, right? Add group, right? So go to administrator because we like to give everyone admin rights. Excuse me. Oh man, excuse me. All right, so now what we can do is do InfoSec Pat. InfoSec Pat / So because that's my domain, and then what did I name it? ESXi-admins. Did I make it that? I have to go double check. Okay, ESXi admins. Okay, perfect. So now let's add. Now we have this connected, right? So now we can close this, refresh. Now, technically, you've seen I didn't add. Let's go back here for a second so you can see. I didn't do any magic. I didn't add user 2 as a user, right? I added just this group, and user 2 is a part of that group, right? So let's go ahead and log out of here, and let's test it. Everything we did, now we just put it to the test, right? Let's log out. Now we can do user 2 at InfoSecpat .local. If I can spell. All right, and then my password, and voila, we're in. So now we authenticated to this through an Active Directory user. We added both of our ESXi hosts into Active Directory, and that pretty much concludes it, right? You can see it here, right? So let's just go back to actions and show this. Let's add a user, and say, for example, this is what I was saying. So you can add a, admin, or excuse me, a ESXi read-only group, for example. So you only want them to read everything in the ESXi environment. You can say, okay, no access, read-only, etc., etc. I just put admins because those were part of the admins group. So that's pretty much it for this video. That concludes this video. So if you have any questions, if you have any hiccups, please leave a comment in the description below, and I'll be sure to help you, or join my Discord server, or hit me up on Instagram or Twitter or whatever you need to hit me up on. Sometimes in the comments, I have to parse through a lot of them, and if I don't get to you, I'm sorry, but just hit me up directly and I can try to help you out as soon as I can. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.